Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. I'm sure a lot of you probably may already know this, but I have a second channel now where I'm mainly doing miniature videos, and I have a series over on that channel called Oscar's Kitchen where I'm making real miniature food. So today I thought, why not I do a miniature cooking video over on this channel, because I think it would be something fun to watch and kind of a little different. If you want to watch more videos like this, then be sure to check out my second channel and subscribe. I'll have a link for it down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do enjoy it, then don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you are new here, and if you could maybe click the subscribe button, that would be very, very awesome. Without further ado, let's get started. For this recipe, you will need 1 mini cup of sugar cookie mix. It also calls for a mini stick of butter and 1 mini egg. For tools, you'll need a rolling pin, mixing bowl, and mixing spoon. So I'm placing my bowl and I'm going to add in the butter and egg, and then I'm just going to mix those two together very well. I would have preferred doing this with a mini whisk, but mine hasn't showed up yet. I think I placed an online order a month ago and it still hasn't showed up, so that's why I'm using a spoon. Now I'm just going to add in the cookie mix. And I really can't make cookies from scratch because I am no baking expert, so that's why I'm using a cookie mix instead. So I'm just going to combine all of these ingredients together until it forms into a dough. If you're interested in all of the mini things that I'm using, I will be doing a miniature haul over on my second channel. I think it's going to be up by tomorrow, hopefully. I'm going to try to put that up as soon as I can, but I have like a lot of mini things that I bought recently. Anyway, now I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of flour on the counter, and then I'm just going to pat that all over and place the dough on top. Take the rolling pin and start rolling the dough out. I'm going to try to do this as thin as I can, but not too thin, of course, because you do want the cookies to have a little bit of thickness. Now I'm going to take my cookie cutter and start cutting out the cookies. You can do any shape that you want. I also did make heart-shaped cookies off camera. Now I'm going to take my baking pan and I'm going to just place the cookies on top. This is an actual baking pan, by the way. It is metal, so it will not melt in the oven or anything like that. So I'm just placing that on top. Just to let you guys know, I did not grease the pan. Now you can go ahead and put your cookies in the oven to bake. Moving on to the icing, I believe this is called royal icing. So I'm going to start off by adding about 1 cup of icing sugar inside. Then I'm going to take some meringue powder and add about a tablespoon. By the way, when I say tablespoon, I mean like a mini tablespoon. I feel like I keep saying mini and then I'm just saying mini and mini and mini again and again. You guys get the point. Next, I'm going to add about 1.5 tablespoons of water. Now you can start mixing all of the ingredients together. You want to mix this for about 4 to 5 minutes. Ideally, you would want to do this with a whisk, but I don't have one yet, so I'm just using a spoon. Even though I really wish that whisk was here by now, but it isn't. I've been checking the mail like every single day now. Next, I'm going to add in the tiniest amount of food coloring. This is pink, and I'm just going to add in like a really small amount. Be sure to add in a little bit at a time because you can end up adding way too much and then you'd have to like remake the icing, because if the color is dark, trying to make it lighter can be such a pain. So add in a little food coloring at a time, and then I'm just going to mix that in as well. This is completely optional, but I wanted to make a small little piping bag so that I can like ice the cookies with it. So I took some plastic from a Ziploc bag and I'm going to make a cone Then I'm going to take a piece of tape and just tape that right on. And this is how the piping bag should look like, even though I could have used a toothpick, but why not? Now you can start filling up the piping bags, and I know that my icing is very thin. I ended up adding a bit too much of water, which was a mistake, so don't add too much water. Now comes the fun part. You can start decorating your cookies however you like. So I'm using some pink icing, and my hands were so shaky for some reason. It really took me a lot of concentration to do this, especially on camera. Like off camera it was so easy, but once the camera starts playing, my hands start like shaking. Fun fact, last year I tried making sugar cookies and I failed so badly. I was not able to even make the dough. And it's so crazy, like after a year I decided to make sugar cookies and I'm like, let me make them miniature size. And I ended up making them absolutely fine, but when I try making things like real size or normal size, I'm not able to. Isn't that weird? This was 100% predictable. I am going to make a cute face on the cookie using some black icing. For the blush, I used a little bit of food coloring. You can also use icing. And then for the details inside the eyes, I used some white. Here are the completed miniature sugar cookies. Honestly, I did not even think that I would actually be able to make these, but I'm so in love with how they turned out. That is pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day so far. I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next one.